Welcome back to Crazy Dave's Crew. I'm Laura, and you are watching a Christmas special edition. So we've been talking about Germany, and today I want to talk about the German Christmas pyramids. And no, they are not like the Egyptian pyramids. So don't go away. We're going to put one together and see how they work. I ordered one, and I was very excited to get it, and I actually ordered it from Germany, but they have some beautiful ones on Amazon, and there are a number of different shops online where you can get the nutcrackers, the pyramids, the smokers. Smokers are awesome. I've not been able to get one of those, but I want one. But I have an authentic German Christmas pyramid. And the first thing I'm wanting to do, of course, is take it out of the box very carefully. Interesting, looking at the history of them. They came from the same area of Germany that the Nutcrackers did, which I didn't talk about in the Nutcracker video. But it comes from the Ore Mountains, where there was a mining. And they got the idea for it, according to one source, from when they would mine. They had this spiral lift. They'd put the ore on it, and then it would spiral around and take it up to the top. And then during the winter months, or when they were not working in the mine, they would work on their craftsmanship, their woodworking, and used a little bit of the same idea to create these pyramids. Ah, something there. So we're going to open these all up and see what we've got. In this one we have, a lot of them have the nativity scene or angels. Up top we have angels. And then we have some animals in the second. And then we have the nativity in the bottom. Mostly the wise men and the camels. Okay. The downside to buying it from Germany is the instructions are in German, and I don't speak German. Don't go away. So we're going to very carefully open these up. So I don't know how many of you have ever had those the candles, and when you heat the candles, it turns the fan at the top, and then the little angels rotate around, and they have bells, and they tinkle the bells as they go around. Basically, that idea. And I grew up with those. So again, it's one of those things of, I wonder if that's just something my mom grew up with, because my grandmother grew up with them. And of course, my family wasn't wealthy at all. My mother told me once she remembered getting school supplies. Paper and pencils for Christmas. My father would always get underwear. Things like that. And he was always adamant when I was growing up. Underwear, necessity clothes, were not a Christmas present. You did not get underwear. You did not get school supplies. Now, he was always big on the fruit, and that was always a major thing for him growing up on a farm, was having the fruit. All right, so we've got our little paddles. We've got our top. I said I want to use my scissors, so I'm very careful so I don't tear anything, and by tearing it, break something. From what I understand, too, there are places in Germany, and possibly I think even here in the States, that will have full-size ones outside. And, I mean, you even have people on them rotating around, you know. I bet that is quite a sight to see, especially at night when it would be all lit up. right. Well, that is not going to go there, but that would go there. Okay. Well, I think if I'm seeing this right, right, I almost think that goes there. That doesn't have a top. So we've got our paddles, our top, and I have two pieces. I'm not 100% sure. So we will look at our illustrations and see if I can figure this out. Been like a kid at Christmas waiting for this to arrive. I bought this one off of eBay. There was a company selling, I'm trying to buy from someone in America that was outrageous. Even trying to get the metal ones, you know, like what I was talking about, where it had the angel spinning around and tinkling the bells. Way more expensive than what I remember as a kid. They do take special candles, and so they're like the ones that you'd use for the metal angels tinkling on the bells. So I ordered some of those from Amazon. And these are our candle holders. And there is a sticky opening very carefully. Garbage out of the way. So there's our instructions. Like I said, I don't speak German. I may have to enter these into the translator, Google Translator. But let's see here. Oh, yep, I see those. Yep, this comes off. I think somehow this goes in here. Okay, so let's just do that. Okay. And that will go there. Let's just, I think I would like to push that down a little bit. Alright, it's going to take a little bit more research. But there's that. And then these go in here. This is so pretty. And I'm not even going to guess about how difficult it is to build these, to make these, because there's so many little parts. You know, I'm trying to make all the little figurines and getting everything calibrated just so when you look at it and you go, oh yeah, I can make that. I'm not sure I'd want to. I think it's of course, a few years ago I would have told you I didn't want to make quilts either. They were too difficult. Okay, and then these fit in here. a little slot there for them. And they've got a little wedge there so you don't push them in too far. So like I said, all these little pieces. Woodworking is on my wish list. Believe it or not, I asked my husband for a table saw and a lathe for Christmas. Don't know if I'll get it or not. But wouldn't that be fun just to kind of play and practice? And I know Annie's attic has got some things where you can do a young woodworkers club. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They are a little loose, so I'm going to drip some candle wax in there so maybe they'll stay a little bit better. I'll get my husband to help me with that little bit. I'm kind of afraid of pushing too hard. And I will do Google Translate. I'll type this in and put it in Google Translate and make sure I've done it right. Try to get them nice and straight. I have to tell you, I don't think this would just be for the kids. It's one of those things I think adults, kids, everybody would enjoy watching it going around, round and round. I've had a marvelous time reading about Germany, watching videos about Germany, looking at the food. I'm looking forward to making a couple things. We have purchased some items to eat from World Market and from Tuesday Morning. Oh, Tuesday Morning. The one we've got here up in Hickson, Tennessee, which is, 15, 20 minutes away from where I live. So not a bad trip. They had this whole display. German nutcrackers and German arches. And oh, I wanted to get one of the German arches. It was a beautiful, I'll pop a picture up here and show you. And that they were wanting $50 for it. So I was like, I don't think so. But the smokers I was telling y'all about, it's like an incense burner. Here we go, let's just do this one. But then the smoke will come out like through their mouth. You put the top on and it's through the character's mouth. Okay, too much for that. Okay, come on. Okay. All right. I think I figured it out. You're going to put that little cap underneath where the metal pole comes through. And then put this little board to hold that in place. Let's almost need more hands. Oh yeah, that's going to fit perfectly. Let's see if I can show y'all. So, got into there. I'm going to put that little little stopper type thing right under there, and then there's some notches to slide the board in, which I'm going to guess is going to keep everything connected and tight and ready to spin. Otherwise the heat's going up, but nothing's happening. Ha 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 ha, I think I got it. And didn't even need the translator. What do you think, huh? Yeah, let's take a couple of these out. So that is the beauty of how I do things. Trial and error it. See what happened. See what I did wrong. Use Google Translate, but I didn't use Google Translate. I was going to. And that is a very, very snug fit. Ha ha ha. Now let's light our candles. Okay. And I don't mind you guys seeing me screw up on things. It just kind of lets you know I'm human too. I'm afraid of breaking that. I'd like to have it at least one season before I break it. Alright, let's try this again, shall we? Alright. Always light away from yourself and then come towards yourself. Oh, check it out. And there is my Christmas pyramid. From what I understand, nativity scenes are very popular in Germany. I read somewhere that they can put the nativity scene up, but they do not put the baby Jesus in until Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. I think that one depends, but they leave that manger empty until the time. Angels, very big. I read one place where they don't do stars on their tree, you know, like we'll do. They do angels. Very big on angels. Nativity scenes. They'll have figurines of the Christkind, the Christ child, which is another tradition we will talk about in another video. I love it. Can you just sit here and watch it? Isn't this great? The more I've read about Germany, the woodworking is incredible, and I definitely can see it. A lot of time and effort goes into them, into the nutcrackers, into the arches, the pyramids. Of course, you're bigger at the bottom and then it comes up, so I can see where they came up with the name pyramid. This is just incredible. I love it. I would have never known about the Christmas pyramids, the arches, or the smokers if we had not decided to focus on Germany this year. So I am very, very glad. And honestly, I can't wait to look up other countries and learn about their traditions, their woodworking, their crafting, and try to incorporate some of those into my home so that when my kids are grown, we know that they'll know when they get one of these and they light it up, they can go, oh yeah, it wasn't Christmas till Mom put this out. For me, growing up, it wasn't Christmas until Mom and Dad took down. They had this display of Mom's picture, Dad's picture, and then us four kids. And then above their picture was Grandma and Grandpa on each side. And we weren't decorated until Mom and Dad's picture had come down, and we had a Santa and a snowman, one of those foam things, from the 70s, and they had felt on them for the hat, and it was Christmas when those two items went up on the wall. We were done. That was the decoration. If we did nothing else, we had to have those pieces. So I would really like to try to have something that we're doing for my kids to know, okay, this is what it is. And now it's Christmas. Mom always made sure she'd have this. I think I have my blades the wrong way, because all my critters are going backwards, as my mother would say. Of course, it depends upon the tilt of the blade, which direction it's going to go. So let's see what happens if I tilt them this way. Hey, look at that. My wise men are now traveling in the right direction. They're not going backwards. Well, I've been having a blast studying Germany. I hope you've been enjoying some of our marvelous little finds and interesting tidbits of their history and the traditions and the history of the traditions. That's the important one. That's the one I like. So I hope you've been enjoying. I hope you'll come back again as we try foods. I'm not sure how my kids are going to handle a couple of them, or even my husband, because he does not like cabbage. Not cooked cabbage, anyway. So, wish them all luck as Mom starts experimenting in the kitchen and we start opening up some of the pre-bought foods. Start trying those, and we discuss some of the other traditions with you. Please be sure to subscribe. If you've enjoyed this video, please like. Hit that bell so you're notified when we do another video. More quilting and sewing will happen after Christmas. But be sure to come back. We're so glad you joined us, and we will see you next time right here on Crazy Dave's Crew.